Hello, everyone, and welcome into today's reading. This is for Friday, September 29th, and we'll be taking a look at what messages the divine, God, spirit, the universe has in store for you. Also, today the videos are posting for the individual zodiac signs for the first half of October, so make sure to check those out. All right, let's go ahead and jump in and see what messages we have coming through for you. And as always, remember the link is in the description box below about when the time starts for the various sign groupings. All right, so we have Three of Swords in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse, and the World. So let's see. So with our Three of Swords in reverse, this is like the sense of there's like optimism and kind of that forgiveness and moving on. So, normally when it's upright, it's about heartbreak and sorrow and all of that. But when it's reversed like this, it's about that sense of moving on, and there's some forgiveness. So that's good, positive energy. The Nine of Cups in reverse, though, that's a little bit of this sense of like disappointment and kind of feeling unfulfilled. So it could be that moving on didn't bring you like the immediate results that you thought it was going to. But we do have the World card as well. And so the World, that's that good, happy, positive energy, but it's also about the end of a cycle. So it's closing something out. So some of this, sense of moving on, there is that happiness and okay, so, I've gotten to the end of whatever this lesson is. But usually the World is a positive, happy type of a card, like that you've achieved what you wanted to. So let's take a look and see how that is going to apply to the individual sign groupings for today. And today we will start with our air signs. So that's going to be our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And let's see what messages come through and how we can apply those cards. The Lovers. All right. So this is that positive, harmonious type of feeling. It's that balance of the divine masculine and divine feminine. So if you're in a relationship, this is that good, peaceful, happy energy with your partner. If you're single, it could be that a new partner is coming in. And it can also be, regardless of your situation, like I said, balancing that inner masculine and feminine to bring you that inner peace, that inner harmony. So our spray paint art is make sure you're sharing your energy intentionally. And this is about, making good decisions. People are usually pretty good in terms of with their resources, like making sure that they're using their money intentionally. For example, like just because somebody comes up to you on the street and says, "Hey, can I have $100?" doesn't mean you give them $100. People tend to be more discerning about how they're spending their money and how they're freely giving their money. But you need to make sure you're doing that with your energy as well. So the things that you do during the day and where you put your energy, that's going to be a reflection of what your priorities are. So to some extent, and obviously if you have a job, yes, you have to put in some energy at work, but looking for that balance of, well, what if I'm putting all this energy in there and then I come home and I have nothing to give to my family and I'm, terrible to my family because I'm exhausted. That might be a wake-up call that you need to adjust something at work. All right. The romance card is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this is about really being truly authentically you. And there is that sense of vulnerability that goes along with it. But I like it coming up with the Lovers card that the more you share, the closer you're going to get with your partner. So even if it's something that's embarrassing or feels scary to share it, or maybe you feel ashamed that you did something or said something or thought something, sharing that with your partner can be a way of bringing you two closer together. All right, and let's take a look at our spirit animal card, Swan, Grace. If you're on a twin flame journey, the swans are usually seen as a positive sign on your journey, and that you're with your twin, and sometimes that union is approaching. But it says, Swan, Grace, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So that is the Swan card. Oh, it's a little close. It's probably not coming in very well. So that is for our air signs. So a nice positive message of, love and happiness. And even with that whole thing about sharing your energy intentionally, making sure that you are sharing the good parts of your energy with your partner. So, all right, next we are on to our fire signs, and that is going to be our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's see what messages come through for you. The Chariot. So this is that fast-moving energy. So it's progress towards your goals. It's moving you in the right direction, and it is that fast-moving energy. So it's not the, I'm going to take, tiny little baby steps to get where I want to go. It's that sense of, okay, I know what I need to do. Now I'm going to do it. And there's some intentionality, I guess, behind it, or intention. All right, let's take a look at our spray art. That Tower is protecting you. So it could be that there's something looming on the horizons, and it feels like it's this massive destructive force that's looming out there for you, but that Tower is actually protecting you. And that's one of those things, we talk about this all the time, that messages from spirit or from the universe keep coming louder and louder until you learn your lesson and until you change the behavior, that you're supposed to be changing to learn that lesson. And if you don't listen to it, it's not like the universe says, oh, okay, never mind. I guess that's not in the cards for this lifetime for this person. No, it's going to come up in other ways. And so the Tower now is protecting you from a bigger issue later. So don't fight that Tower if it's coming in. Use that Chariot energy to move swiftly through that Tower and just be done with it. Like, don't try to fight it. Don't try to, oh, well, what if I do this? It could make it a little better. What if I do this? Maybe I can prolong. No, just go with it. Use that Chariot energy to move past that. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So, I guess that's that question. And, looking at it, and I don't know that there's any cards in that romance deck that say twin flame, but could be here with a fire sign, air sign, that we had the twin flame card come up, and then that one come up in your reading. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And let's take a look at your animal card. Ram, perseverance. Especially for Aries, because it's that ram. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. So that's that reminder of, don't give up. So, there is that perseverance part in there, but also the advice here is, and I would say this is coming through as advice from spirit as it relates to this Tower. Do it quickly, get it done, and move on to the next part of life. All right, let's take a look at our earth signs and see what comes through for our earth signs. And that is going to be our Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Message for you is strength. So this is one of those things, that you have a situation that that you need to do something, and it's just a matter of having the strength to do it, to follow through, to, get past it, be done with it type of situation. Like, don't let yourself slip into bad habits, be it, negative thinking, be it, laziness, addiction, whatever the case may be. Like, don't let yourself slip into that, persevere through it. The jumper card was, no one cares, quit your whining. And let's pull another one. So I put that card in there because, and these, for those of you that are maybe new to the channel, this is a deck that I had created I did the spray painting work on it and then wrote the messages on it. And that one was one, it came out of a conversation a while back where it's kind of that whole thing of having that epiphany that yes, you need to talk about your problems, but at some point you have to talk about something else. Like people, and I experienced this with, you can be on the receiving or on the giving end of it. But that's kind of that, it's not to be mean hearted, but the whole thing about, yes, your situation may be tough. Well, do something about it. Like you can't sit there and just keep talking about how bad something is or how you wish something was different. You have to do something about it. And then this is release your need to control the situation. So it could be that there's something going on where it's a little bit outside of your control and you've been trying to control it for too long. And this is that strength part of just pull it all inwards and don't try to pull other people in or, pull all of your energy inwards and your strength and just, move forward. You may not be able to control the situation, but, let it unfold the way it needs to unfold. All right. Your romance card is finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So that can manifest in a number of different ways, whether one partner has a spending problem, whether you feel like you don't have enough money, so that's creating conflict within your relationship. Maybe, you don't have enough money and one person's working, one person's not, so that's, since it's finances and career, it's kind of like there's a disconnect there because I would say there's a mismatch. However, that's presenting itself in your current situation. All right, let's take a look at your spirit animal card. Black Jaguar, Old Soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. So this is that sense of, the whole idea of focus on what you want. Like, stop focusing on what you don't want. Like, focus on what you do want. There was a quote off of this life coaching site that I came across, and it was something to the effect of the key to change is to stop feeding the old pattern with energy. Put all of your energy into the new pattern. So this whole thing of focus on what you really want, like keep focused on what you are moving towards. Stop focusing your energy on what you're moving away from. So if you're quitting your job and you're looking for a new job, stop focusing on complaining about the old job and, oh, this job is so tough and, oh, I'm just so miserable. Like, focus all your energy on the new job you want. If your relationship is coming to an end, stop focusing on, well, but you did this, in the past there was this, and focus on what you do want, which is, I want to be moving on. Like, I want a happy future. I want this scenario, like whatever the case may be. Okay, so last is our water signs. Let's take a look at what message is coming through for you. The Hanged Man. So this is kind of a little bit of that reflective, stalled out type of energy. Let's see what's going on there. Take a look at our cards here. Sit in the stillness and a new path will emerge. So this really goes with that Hanged Man, is it's kind of that, okay, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to reflect on it, and something is going to pop out here. Something's going to come to the forefront in terms of what you need to do. So, because of the fact that you've been feeling a little bit disappointed or unfulfilled, and you have this energy of like forgiveness and moving on. And actually with that, yeah, I wasn't specifically tying it back, but I think even as I was talking about, like with the earth signs, that sense of, focus your energy on whatever the new thing is, you're moving on. So focus the energy on what you're moving on to instead of what you're moving away from, because this is kind of, these two going together sorry, back on the earth stuff for a minute. These two together, like that disappointment and then the world being the ending of a cycle, that cycle's done. So stop pouring energy into that and pour it into whatever your new part and your new path is. All right. So this is back on our water signs. Give your relationship a change. Work on your partnership. And this is one, and I've said this before, it's weird because it says give your relationship a change, but sometimes it comes across that it's supposed to be like, give it a chance. So that's a little bit different, but try something new within your relationship. And that goes with this, sit in the stillness and a new path will emerge. You might have a new idea. So if you're able to kind of sit back and think about, okay, well, if there's problems here, and if I am having these feelings of disappointment within this relationship, or however that's playing out, how can you work on that? What could you do a little bit differently that's going to help move that in a more positive direction, move on from whatever the struggles were that you were having? All right, let's take a look at our animal card. Raccoon, inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and you can juggle them well. So with this being the inventor, it's kind of that idea of try something new, try something different. And, if you're able to sit there in that stillness, some new ideas might come to you. And so try that to give it a little bit of that extra boost or some additional energy. So I hope you found today's reading to be helpful, and as always, take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. And as I mentioned, the individual zodiac sign readings are posting later today, so make sure that you check those out. And I'll have some other additional videos coming out this week as well, so if you want to make sure to be alerted as to when those new videos post, hit that subscribe and notification bell. Otherwise, I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Until next time.